Hi, and welcome to SimpleSpiritualityPH. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Regine. I'm an intuitive, manifesting-based tarot reader. I am a certified Reiki healer and an overall lightworker. And before we dive into today's episode, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications of my new videos to please hit the subscribe button over there. If you like this video later on, please give it your thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please do comment them down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now, of course, here are the details. Alrighty, so let's get to the meat of the video. Now, this video is really dedicated for those who feel like nothing is happening in their life, if they feel kind of like stuck, if they feel like their energy isn't moving, if they feel like you're not progressing in any sort of way, in any way, shape, or form, and this could be in several areas of your life. This could be in your family life, this could be in your relationships, your romantic relationships, your friend relationships, it could be in work, it could be in finances, any area in general, because whenever we feel stuck, whenever we have the energy of something that is stagnant or we feel that nothing is moving, then you're really not progressing or getting closer to the ideal version of yourself, the version of yourself that you want, right? Or the ideal situation that you want to experience, the experiences that you want to have, right? So it all goes hand in hand. And you'll be surprised at how one energy in a particular area in your life can repeat or even mirror in another area of your life. Let's say, for example, the way you approach, let's say, for example, health. If you're very lazy about being healthy, you could be very lazy about work as well, or even be very lazy with your relationships, in terms of putting in effort, in terms of your relationships. Now, that's just one example, right? But anyways, so what I personally do, and this is what I've been doing for the past few years now, and it is tried and tested for me at least, and it might be tried and tested for you. That's why I'm sharing it. The first thing, the very, very first and simple thing that I do is actually, you're gonna laugh, you guys. I make a list of what to do. So I have this calendar. Of course, I'm not going to show you what I'm going to do today. So let's just take like another page, So I have this calendar right here, and I will usually jot down the things to do, let's say, for example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so on and so forth. So I'll write them down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the things that I need to do, and one by one, I cross them off the list after I've done them. Now, it seems so simple, and it seems like a very silly thing to do in terms of like getting out of a rut, like getting unstuck, so to speak. But the thing is, the reason why you feel stuck in the first place is because you feel like there's no evidence in your outside world, When you feel stuck, nothing is moving. So what do? We go to the place where things are moving, right? And if your mind can't do that for you just yet, when it comes to manifesting, it first starts here, right? If your mind can't do that just yet, then the next best thing you can do is actually make it real for yourself. Experience it in the 3D world that, hey, things are moving. I am doing action, and when I do this action, things change, things move. I move closer to my goals. I move closer to the version of myself that I really want to experience. I move closer to whatever it is that I desire. And in order for you to get that mindset, it's easy if you try it out first in the 3D world, So, I would like for you to try, again, if you feel stuck, really, really stuck, I would like for you to try to simply lay out all the things, or simply write down all of the things that you need to do in a day, and little by little cross them out once you've done them. there is much satisfaction to be had when you see yourself, like, for example, crossing out that I did this, I did that, and then all of a sudden you see yourself, like, sorry, I'm distracted by a cat that's outside. Um, so there's much satisfaction to be had when you see yourself becoming productive, crossing off things on your list. You'll be able to see for yourself that, hey, I'm actually not stagnant. I'm physically moving, so if I can physically move, my energy can move as well. My relationships can move as well. My finances can move as well, you know? This is the perfect avenue for you to actually see that things do move. They move faster and more stealthily than you think so, you know? But yes, that is what I've been doing for the past few years. Actually, you know what? Um, Whenever I feel really, really stuck, I would write down even more things, like a large number of things on my list, and then cross them out. Like I'd make it a game for myself. I'd cross them out one by one and see if I can beat myself the next day. You know, like how many things was I able to do on Monday? Can I beat that on Tuesday? Can I beat that on Wednesday? You know, and I would make it a little game for myself. And slowly and surely, I'd start to focus on movement rather than stagnancy. Remember, whatever you feel, think, believe, and focus on and act upon is what comes into your reality. If you keep focusing on the fact that things aren't moving, that things are stagnant, you get more of it. And so this is like the kind of like the physical push that you need. It's so simple, so silly, but it works. So it's the push that you need to kind of like get out of that slump. And I would advise for you to even write down like the seemingly small stuff, the seemingly silly things on there. Like, for example, let's find one because I have actually like I use this as scratch paper, you know, so I don't, once I'm done with this page, look at all of that stuff, right? So once I'm done with this page, I use the back as scratch paper, you know? So let's say, for example, let's choose an easy one. So I have, like, for example, for Monday, this was on a Monday. I wrote there pay bills. Very easy to do, but you know it sounds silly that you're gonna have to write it down. But the moment that you actually write it down and cross it off, you'll feel so fulfilled. Underneath that, I have exercise, which for that Monday I was not able to do because I had class. But that was perfectly fine. I wrote it down on Tuesday and I crossed it off Tuesday. So I was able to exercise on Tuesday. Let's see. Let's see here. Um, Friday, study Japanese for 1 hour. See, like the simple things. Underneath that is exercise, which I was able to do. Underneath that, I wrote to myself, no rice for dinner, because I already had my allotted rice for the day for Friday, and I was able to cross it off. So automatically, it hit two areas of my life, my self-discipline, my self-love, right, and my health. So off the list, movement, right off the bat. I even wrote down underneath that, make new lanyards. If you don't know, I make lanyards, and I sell them as well on at SimpleSpiritualityPH on Instagram. So I was able to do that, and I crossed that off. Underneath that, I have grocery list, meaning I would go to the pantry, the kitchen downstairs, check out what I need for my groceries, and I would send them because we have groceries sent over. We have groceries sent over here at the house. And I was able to cross that off. Underneath that, I had vegetable list because our vegetables are separate from the grocery, which means I also went downstairs, and which I did also today. I went downstairs and I was able to, what is this? So I was able to go downstairs and I was able to check the vegetables, and then I'd send them off, you know, the list off, not the vegetables. I sent the list off so that we can have vegetables. So yeah, things like that, like silly things like that. And as you can see, I use it as like scratch paper. I'll probably blur it out though because these are like confidential stuff that I wrote at the back. Um, but yeah. So yeah, very simple thing. It's a very simple thing to do. Just write down. But you'll see like there's so much satisfaction, and you can compare and contrast your days. Which days you felt more, which days you felt more productive, which days you felt like a little more likely or lagging behind, and you can also like do that for a personal analysis of yourself if you want. Just a suggestion.